Good morning, people. Carl from One Big Heart coming to you again from my backyard with your daily sequencing video. It's part of my promise to you to deliver something useful to your mailbox every day that you can use to create that kind of connection within that you get from your practice in the studio. I find that this is particularly important at this time of year when, you know, everything gets really busy. Like, look, let's face it, we're all trying to do a bunch of amazing stuff all the time. When the added pressure of the end of year comes around, Christmas, we really load ourselves up with even more. So this is for you to take time out for yourself, okay? Get grounded and get centered. Today we're looking at a release. So we've been through a couple of power-ish type sessions. Today we're going to get really juicy into some stretching postures. Now, typically when you take these kinds of poses, I would be suggesting that you hold things on each side for around the 5 minutes, okay? For demonstration purposes, I'm just gonna give you a 5-second walkthrough of each, okay? But remember that 5 minutes minimum on each side in each pose. Okay, so you can start on your back today and have the soles of your feet touching. Just lay into butterfly pose. Feel the weight of your body bearing down into the earth. Feel the expansive qualities through your rib cage. And then we're going to open with a twist. So draw your right knee in and send your left leg out long. Now, for comfortability reasons, you could shift your hips over to the right, and then you're going to twist to the left with your right shoulder staying grounded into your mat. Your your right knee may stay elevated, and you can just drape a hand over that leg to increase your twist. Okay, 5 minutes here, and then you can go 5 minutes to the other side. From there into a seated position, we'll look at lengthening into your hamstrings with Janu Shirshasana. You can have a bend in this leg. Just have a bit of a wriggle so that both of your sit bones are plugging down into the earth. Get tall first, big expansive breath in, and then melt forwards. Now, remember, leg doesn't have to be straight. You don't have to grab your foot. Hands into the back of your knee is fine. Maybe it's your ankle. Melt your head forwards, and then from there you can straighten your leg a little bit. A nice release from Janu Shirshasana is flash dance with your left hand down and your right hand sweeping up and over. And that'll give you a big opening into your hip flexors, your psoas major. Okay, take Janu Shirshasana on the other side, and from there I'll get you to come over into a dragon's lunge. Some of you might know this as lizard's lunge. Now my left knee is down on the ground. You can see my right foot is pointing out on a 45-degree angle, and it's outside, it's wider than my shoulder. Then I want to pull my toes up to create an energy lock here around my knee, my ankle and my knee, and then my knee can drift out. See, as my knee drifts out, my inner arch lifts away from the ground. Okay, 5 minutes here, and as things open up, you could potentially come down to your elbows. Moving out of lizard's lunge, we're going to take a pigeon. think a lot of people find this as one of their favorite yoga poses. Right knee, it's at my right wrist, okay? It's not in the middle, it's over on the right side of the mat, and then my shin is on a 45-degree angle. Now, you can stay here for 5 minutes on your fingers, or you can come again down to your elbows, if that's okay for you, all right? Not mandatory at all. If you come down here and then you start to hold your breath and you find it hard to breathe, you're gritting your teeth, then that's too much for you. You don't need to, we're not here to experience pain, we're here to experience release. So be soft with your body. And the last thing that we're going to get into is something for your chest. So from pigeon pose, you can come over onto your belly, take your right hand out onto the ground. My left hand is going underneath my left shoulder, and then my left foot will come up and away from the ground with my temple resting down on the earth. So downward pressure through your left hand will help you open through your right shoulder and chest region. And there you have it. That's your stretch and release sequence. Remember, if you have requests or if you have any feedback, please email me directly. Thank you. Namaste.